Watch on show. My subs dropped. We dipped under 1,500. Soccer scores. Colombia, Uruguay is going on right now. Warning, my comment is way bigger. Yeah. If something doesn't seem right, you know. That's better. I got my jacket on. It's hot. My broom is not in this episode. Sorry. So let me fix the camera out. Oh, we're getting the first comments of the day. Bro, Valen or Highborn. It's been months or years. Well, I remember you. You've had one-on-one with me already, so sometimes good timing. Filling up my drink. I sure wish I had some ice. Pardon me, it's hot. And that other guy forgot to wear a wife beater, so I'm gonna wear the wife beater today. I've had this wife beater on so long, it's starting to look like one of the old ones. They all start to change color. Peanut butter pretzels is what I'm eating. Why are my subs going down? What the fuck? Damn, man, let's look at my sub counter. What should it be? 1507, that's what it says right here. Reload it. I reload it. Yeah, pork rinds are good. Better than potato chips. I have a tier list. I'll put a pork rind above any Pepsi brand chips. Like, that means Tostitos, Doritos, Cheetos. Pork rinds are better than that stuff, okay? A pork rind is not better than an organic potato chip, which is pretty hard to find. Nobody really cares about if your potato chip's organic. It's all about the oils you put in it and I like pork rinds. It's a delicacy. Potato chip, that's everyday food. Let's look at YouTube. Get my subs up. Come on. Are you watching us? The Ted and Dory show. Yeah, that's right. That's why you subscribe. I'm not eating pretzels. We're eating. We eating. We feast. We feast. That's right. Raisin bran muffins. My grandma cooked weird stuff. I don't. That old food shit. No, Dory's a good girl. You watching Femya's stream Slither Row? Femya's a gamer now. Femya's is trying to beat Windpress. Who do you think's better, Femya's or Windpress? Let me get. I like Femya's. I like Femya's. Do you like you like Windpress, right? She's gonna get a poll. I need somebody to be my mod. I wish Femya's would mod my show. That would be awesome. Who's that? That's your daddy. You see that guy up there? That's your daddy. Salty. It's got look at all that salt. Damn. Give us subs up. Come on, guys. And we'll bring Dory back up when we hit the next. When the sub counter moves, Dory will come back. So I was asking. Femya's or Windpress? Who do you think is better? I don't mess around with honey mustard flavor. That's the kind of flavor that is a discount snack rack flavor. That mustard powder, I don't want that cheap shit. I'd rather have nothing. I'd rather have a saltine cracker with no flavor. No Nabisco cracker. Nabisco's kind of falling off. See, the Snyder's, they could still be open. If you're talking about those little pretzel twists, those things aren't fit for livestock. If your pretzel comes from a Play-Doh machine, it's not a real pretzel. They just built a new Play-Doh pretzel machine in Tennessee. Combos were dirt cheap 20 years ago. Now combos are like some kind of premium expensive product. So I don't pay for crap. Now the gold bag, nice. The crappiest brand, they don't. It's hard to fuck up a pretzel with peanut butter. It's hard to fuck. They don't fuck them up. This is they always sell out. This is what they run out of this shit. That's why it's in a gold bag. All that other nice product they put in a blue bag. Nobody wants it. The gold bag stuff. I'd rather just eat bugles. I'd rather just eat bugles, yeah. $40 people watching. This episode's called Drink, okay? Greetings from Euro 2024. On the 14th, the 2024 tournament ends. So there's today, tomorrow, and the football game. Low Key is the best wrestling. I want to watch Low Key. A rat's got friends. A rat's got a lot of friends. Yes. Funnel cake is a lot of hard work. My grandma made funnel cakes and it was a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. I never ate breakfast as a kid, and I never had a lunch when I went to school, and I was hungry my entire life. My mom didn't make a lunch for me, and I didn't have any lunch money, and I ate last at school. I eat last every time. Usually whatever's left. Just eat whatever's left. When you're the last kid in line at school, there's usually a teacher there trying to buy a lunch. If there's one right, and I've seen a teacher pay for cash to eat my lunch. I've seen a teacher eat my lunch. Could you imagine you're in line at lunch? You're just a kid in school. You're the last kid in line, and there's only one meal left, and a teacher pays cash for it. So that's what I'd have to fight the teacher's back. They'd be in line. I'd have to cut them in line. I'd be no, I'm in front of you. Because that teacher was in line, and I was in line too. Why the hell you see me behind you in lunch? That's the last lunch. Why are you paying cash to eat my lunch? So 1985, 86, 87. From 81 to 87, they had people stealing my lunch. And then they want you to have good grades and shit. And then I'm like the oldest kid and the biggest kid, and they want me to be nice and not like slap people around. I slap the shit out of you, but I slap the shit out of anybody because you keep putting your hands on me. You get near me, and you put your hands on me, you think you're gonna take me somewhere? You're gonna pull me by my wrist? That's what the world used to be like. They see you're a little kid, they're gonna pull you around. No, you don't pull. I slap the shit. You can hold on to my arm as long as you want. I'm gonna be pounding on it with the other one. Can't describe how I hit other kids. I can't. It's hard to describe how I slapped the other kids around. I know I cracked one kid's head. Okay. That was back in the 80s. Those other retarded kids would put their hands on me and try to pull me, and I'd slap this. I'd hit them. I'd just hit them. I'm not moving where you want me to move. All these other people want to stand in the wrong spot all the time. Go fucking stand in the wrong spot. I'm in the right spot. Nobody pulls me around by my wrist or my arms or the back of your shirt. You've never been manhandled. You kids have never been manhandled. You need someone to put their hands on you and shove you, and no fighting back. You can't be like me. It ain't like that anymore. You gotta take it. You have your football coach should be screaming in your ear. You should be trying to quit the team. The team is too easy to be on the team, guys. It was hard to be on the team when I was there. Okay. Even your parents, my parents would manhandle me. Mom trying to choke me. Get choked by your mom. You didn't think good woman would do that, huh? You didn't have a woman in your home? Well, most Americans grew up with a woman in the home. Okay? It's the man in the home that wasn't there. I am adult content. When you minimize this stream to the small window, it keeps playing because this is not made for kids. Man, back in the 80s, man, they used to put a kid on a leash. They'd make you like a dog. They'd put a rope around you so you couldn't get too far away. Okay? You gonna cry about that? Is anybody on earth truly happy, or are we all diligently working to make the world a better place? Don't put your happiness on me. I've always been duty driven. I'm a duty driven individual, and a life of duty, Call of Duty, my Call of Duty, my personal call to duty. You do have your rope, man. You guys are stuck on your PlayStation, man. You're so good at sitting still. I used to go around and collect the aluminum cans all day. I couldn't stay at home all day. I did dig through the trash all day. Part of me, I spent my high school years digging through the trash. Who else is going to say they ate out of the trash in high school? I'll eat fucking anything, bro. I don't care. That's just a bonus meal, man. I'm in the trash looking for aluminum cans. Yeah. I got spanked. That teachers shove your chair in, so if you're not sitting at your desk correctly, they come and push your chair in. You know, shit like that. When I sit down at lunch, all the girls at the table will leave. I only sit down at a table that has girls. I don't follow them though. I'm not psycho. It's a quiet day. It's a quiet day. I'm financially ahead. I'm very well fed today. I mean, can't tell you all the fancy things I ate today. There is some evidence. You want to see some evidence? You say the selection, today's lobby selection. Just pick the one you want. That's what I did. The program around here is changing. I'd say the program is back on its old. More frequent fancy foods in the lobby, let's just say that. That's the program. Right. There was not a lot of meat in that selection today, but I had the egg, I had the breakfast burrito, 2 croissants, and that was it. I didn't take a third entree. Did I? No, I didn't. I only took 3 entree, 3 things. 2 croissants on the breakfast wrap. A lot of tofu. That was a big spread of tofu dishes. If you look too closely. And a spring salad, 1 Caesar salad was on the table. I bet somebody just walked off with a bag of croissants because it's all gone now. There's nothing in the lobby now. Boogie 2988 quits the internet. According to Duty, who watches Duty? I watch Duty. I watch Breaking Banquet. It's your boy Donnie. He's live. Let's look. BRB, now you're hungry. I just ate a lot, so I prefer to go to sleep. But it's we're gonna be up. I'm shopping for electronics again. It should be laundry night for sure tonight. I promised myself I'll do laundry before the football season starts. Chug my drink and refill it. Now, hey, look, the subscribers have fixed. It's correct. Hey, Dory. Hey, Dory. Everybody, give a round of applause. Here comes Dory, everybody's favorite woman, every man's fantasy. She sees my subs went up. It's 1510 now, just like I said last time, because YouTube is fooling with the man, making my life hard. Man, YouTube, you're making my life hard. Don't you synchronize your data? How many people are watching? Let me check the live analytics. Real time. It's gonna be a slow episode. Or whoa, 720 views in 25 minutes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So viewership is up. People are more subs, thanks. More subs. I like it. You want? Let's do the Serbian news. I tell you what. Before I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna do the Hungary news. Okay? Hungary delivers aid to damaged Kyiv Children's Hospital. Yeah. A 38-year-old man will carry the flag for Serbia in the Olympic opening ceremonies. I want to, while you're looking, hey guys, while you're looking at me, let me give you some of my more iconic looks, okay? Like iconic, little fashionista, Colo delicioso, yes. Deliciosa, cola deliciosa. Say something to me in Spanish, baby. Who else is gonna do? I've been talking to you in Spanish the whole time. I'm ready to fuck some Spanish soccer. Fuck some, have sex with some soccer hooligan girls. Yeah, that's right. You've been looking at those Argentinian girls. Yeah, you like that blue and white. Yeah, but no, you want to see that Spanish. You want that girl in red. You want the girl in red. Yeah, puto, madre. You want to fuck some Spanish people, man. You want to see what language we are speaking after the game, man. Man, I don't want to listen to any motherfucking Spanish after the game, man. I want the show in English when it's over. There won't have, you know what I'm saying? There couldn't be a better result. There couldn't be a better dream matchup. There couldn't be a better dream matchup than Spain. The prior owners of San Francisco. Man, Spain used to own my city. I'm going to take credit if we win. Due to a technicality, I'm speaking in Espanol partially. I'm a little based. I'm going to call my team for the win. The Spanish, we better watch out. We better watch out with your shitty English gang. It'll be great because I need to learn more Spanish. You need to learn more Spanish. Everybody who retires in France tries to move to Spain. You need to figure out why before there's no room left. Okay. Let's look at the Kosovo news for the day. Ethnic Serbs in Kosovo must now cross the border to obtain dinars, which are exchanged immediately for euros. We do not have any of that Serbian money. We don't accept your money. You can go do your transaction in Serbia and come back with euros. Yes. Serb go home. Well, I can't believe I said that, bro. I was saying Serb go home, man. Fucking damn, bro. Damn, I was talking about Serbs go home, motherfucker. We can't even get no money. They're like, man, we can't even have no money over here, man. And they live right next door. Look at my neighbor, man. Why don't I get paid at my neighbor's house? I can go live in Thailand and collect my check. Oh my God, everybody, Katy Perry's helicopter just crashed. Somebody said that in chat. They have banned. I told you they will accept my US dollars. We will reject their currency. It'd be nice to collect currency. I got some Afghan money in here. Clothing, you can't even buy clothes. I understand. The food is the money is called dinar. Like they're trying to go to the diner and get like a dinner, but they can't even buy clothes now. Why are they trying to buy clothes? Can't you go back to Serbia and buy some pants? Why can't you go buy some shirts in Serbia? You gotta be down in Albania getting all fancy dressed up and shit. I didn't know Albanian was the drip like that, you know? Let's check the news from Montenegro. Montenegro news for the day. Montenegro bans 20 Russian TV channels. Oh. So now if you're Russian, you can't watch your favorite television in Montenegro. You mean to tell me that they got 20 Russian TV channels in Montenegro? And now they have 20 less. I don't say... I want to watch that show. I don't want to watch you and your dumb ass. I want to watch what's going on in Montenegro. Man, they got 20 Russian TV channels in Montenegro. You know, I think the stuff they watch is probably a little more important than the shit in your brain. You shit for brains. You shit for brains. That's probably my 3 favorite words. They really had the, growing up in the '80s. They would have to tell me, don't call people shit for brains. I'd be like, hey, well, at least you kids today, you don't embarrass the way I grew up. You ain't nothing like me. Montenegro, okay. Portugal will increase military aid to Ukraine by 221 million euro, according to Bloomberg. Russian man is detained in Montenegro after horrifying boat attack. A 36-year-old Russian man, according to the local media, tried to set a woman on fire in a boat. Nobody else is gonna tell you that shit, bro. Go watch your favorite man's dumbass show. Okay? And I'll give you a spin. See, there you go. I gave you a spin. Russian man detained in attempted yacht murder, according to MSN. Montenegro has proven itself a reliable ally. That's right. Montenegro remains a credible NATO member. Yeah, credible. One of the best members of NATO. I would love to meet some Montenegrins. I love Montenegrins. And I love Albanians. Decent folk, guys, real decent folk. Tragedy has struck the Minnesota Vikings with Kyrie being taken off the roster. Minnesota Vikings. Tragedy has struck the defensive secondary of the entire NFL this week, with the Steelers facing 8-game suspension for Cameron Sutton, or whatever it is. The Steelers fucking starting safety is going to be missing 8 goddamn games. Okay. What's up, Noodles? I'm going over suspensions for substances and injuries in the NFL secondary. So the 49ers, what's the guy's name? The 49ers are looking for a new strong safety. The Vikings are looking for a new safety, and they have nothing but career special team players ready to fill in as starting safeties in San Francisco. We'll be because the kickoff won't be as the 49ers roster has too many special team players on it. It's sad. I hope it's the worst year I've ever seen as a 49er. Nobody thinks Josh Jacobs can start more than 8 games in a row. Brock Purdy still. He has to do what Derek Carr can do. Brock Purdy is in the shadow of Derek Carr, because Derek Carr took every single snap as an Oakland Raider. And honestly, the most important single thing you can do as a quarterback is just take every snap. That's it. And we're taunting Brock. We taunt that guy. Take snap. Try it. But it's easy because they run the ball so much. But if the 49ers become one-dimensional with Christian McCaffrey getting 250 yards every game, with the opponents not putting up much of an offense, there's not going to be any struggle. It's just going to be a bunch of first half victories and second half yawning through the fourth quarter. Because nobody ever. This is how you beat the 49ers, by going just don't show them anything real. No, I don't try to ignore anybody. Noodles, but noodles.com, that's a pornography site. Is that where you work in New York? Are you driving into New York to Noodles? Is it? I don't know. Yeah, you work at the Noodles. I would too. Yeah, you look like Ron Jeremy. And people still think he's a good guy. They think he's as good as Vince McMahon. Oh, you put Vince McMahon and Ron Jeremy? Because Vanilla Ice will sit and tell you about how great Ron Jeremy is. So what's the difference between listening to Vanilla Ice talk about than it is to talk, John Cena? You've been talking about Vince. He's not a good speaker. Okay. I know you're not. Noodles is a website. Noodles. I don't go to it because they only have 2017 videos. Like, it's an obsolete website that is partially monetized. I don't know how legacy porn sites work, but some porn sites haven't had a new video in quite a long time. And the most important thing to do is to know what hours the videos are posted. I don't want to admit it. If you want to watch a Dread video, you should check at lunch. Part of the surveillance, Homeland surveillance. Everybody knows what time Pornhub is busy in Washington, because the darker it gets outside, the more people visit Pornhub, and that's based upon statistics of surveillance. I don't have a lot of surveillance stats or anything. My neck is warm. Now everybody's leaving my show. They don't want to talk about porn because a dead porn star makes more money than you ever will. When you're watching a dead porn star, you're not even upset like that. There's not going to be there's no live show tonight. It don't matter. In a way, they live forever. They're the only people that will be remembered were the ones that were on Pornhub. You don't exist. You see, they think we are mainstream, but the mainstream is Ron Jeremy. Holmes, that's why Patrick Mahomes is so big, because he has a porn star name, Mahomes, John Holmes. You get all these porn star names. Dick Buttkiss, That's what the NFL is about. They really like the fancy names. Mamba mode. I think John Holmes died in '77 when I was like 1 year old. Or it was 1980s when I was 4 years old. I'm not sure. Let's see. Now I didn't have the internet when he was dead. At 1988, I was 12 years old. He was 43. He was from Ohio. August 4th, 1944, Ohio. He's a World War II baby. He born in 44. He didn't even make it to 44 years. He died at 43. I'm just looking at his Wikipedia and input, looking at the data. You're Long Dong Silver. Long Dong Silver is in the chat. So obviously the two and biggest upcoming OnlyFans. I dare you to name the hottest men on YouTube. I dare you. Because I should be in the top 3, by the way. I should be in the top 3. So if I tell you the 2 hottest men on YouTube, I'm probably hotter than one of them. I could still be the hottest. You think DJ Vlad is the hottest on YouTube? Everybody would like to expose and control, be in the ear of DJ Vlad, because when they want to get close to your head and whisper shit, whisper, but nobody. Hey, what did he whisper in your ear? I ain't gonna tell you. Well, you better let him whisper in your ear if you want it. Come here. You whisper anything you want, man. I got my earplugs. That's why you should plug up, guys. Because you never know when somebody's gonna whisper in your goddamn ear. I had to ride the elevator today with other people, and they were starting to talk, and one of them was disturbed. Okay, one of them was disturbed. So I just showed him. I went, "Hey, bro, I didn't hear anything." And he instantly pretended he never said anything. He thinks I couldn't hear what he was saying. Wouldn't you like to get away with that? Go. Spread them cheeks, boy. That's a good line you wrote in chat, guys. His hands on the wall. Now spread them. And now spread them. Stop in the name of the law. We heard that yesterday. The guy with the gerbils in his pants. Who watches police activity? Can I get a police activity shout out? Y'all watch police activity? Man robs a pet store. He's found with gerbils in his pants. My daughter is 20. Leave her alone. I don't have any content. I'm not a content rich father. Not a content rich. When she was 10, we took the wheels off. No stories like that. Your grandfather was a dispatcher, and she got a call one night that a gerbil died in a dude's ass. No shit. Some people who say yes to anything have too many people talking to them. What's going on in Major League Baseball? Oh God, bored. Oh God, baseball. I think the Minnesota Twins are in town for 2 games this weekend. They're trying to sell the tickets right now, so it's not even the current game, but it's the next game. San Francisco Giant baseball schedule.
Here's what's coming up for the Giants between today and August 23rd, 2024.
The SeatGeek app will update me that tickets are for sale in San Francisco, but the tickets. The 80s was a good time to be. They spent a lot of money in Los Angeles. Everything got good. The LA before, when I was there in 76, a lot less roads. None of the roads were ready, man. A lot more dirt in the air. Is a lot more Arabic. You would think this is like Iraq or some shit, but it was damn straight. It was much more like Iraq or Afghanistan. And I've been to Afghanistan, and I can imagine easily, a city taking over any desert, because they're just big giant deserts that have been populated by mankind. It's hard to move people into the desert. They'd rather live on the East Coast or up in the north, but you push people into the deserts, and I've been pushed around deserts. I've deployed to deserts. I've been stationed in deserts. Fort Hood Texas is a desert. It's not really a desert, but shit, it might as well be. It's 110 degrees. I've been around a lot of hot and dry places. I never get stuck in the snow places. I was lucky. I identify as Metal Gear Solid 5. There's no snow fucking section. There's no snow section in Metal Gear Solid 5 because everything relates to the Desert Warrior. And Snake Eater is about being a Vietnam jungle. What's 4 about? 4 is about being in the Middle East. I think it could be all over. Nobody plays in Metal Gear Solid 4. I should buy that game. I don't want to play it. I don't even want to play it. I like 5. I still have an account. I don't have to start over. Fuck starting over. I just play it. You load up your current account. It's saved offline. Konami has my account. I can switch computers, log into Metal Gear Solid 5. It knows who I am. Unlike Dark Souls, they didn't have cloud saves in Dark Souls 3. Even in Bloodborne, if you buy a new PlayStation, they force you to start over because From Software is a budget company. They can barely pay for a save feature. Oh, so we got some Fort Lewis people. Everybody at Fort Hood is always talking about driving to Fort Lewis on the weekend. Like there's nowhere else that people at Fort Hood go. Like, and I've never been to Fort Lewis. I don't know where it is. So I'm kind of dumb. But it's on the border. Well, it's on the border near El Paso, probably. But yeah, everybody at Fort Hood knows about Fort Lewis. This is the only place that people go on the weekends. You end up getting like paid for the 45. They pay for your gas. It's a typical scam weekend. Like, oh, the Army's paying me to go to here. It's just a back and forth to Fort Hood to Lewis. For some. Let's do something. I don't know what you're gonna do when you get. You're still the same soldier. You're just going back and forth between bases. That's good experience. I did a lot of time at Fort Hood without a car, and you don't need a car to be in the Army, but as soon as you have a car, you're paying for a car, and then they should give you a fucking car, and they should give you a phone. I mean, the current rate, if you have a YouTube account, I'm not going to let you join. All these kids. You can't let these kids join these YouTubers. Get the no. What would you do if Mr. Beast actually joined? You have to be poor. We only let poor people. We'd rather let an old man. We'd rather let old people come back in than to let a stinking YouTuber or someone who types in chat. See, you're typing in chat. And you think that's your career path to joining my army? It's an embarrassment. That could never be me. I'd be straight in there. If I saw how stupid everybody actually was in chat, I'd be like, yeah, I can handle some army. I can handle being in the army because my competition. I'm very aware of the intellect level. You think actions speak louder than words. So I'm gonna go and find some action. You can go talk. You can talk all you want, okay? But if I find out all you do was talk, and you some YouTuber, and now you want to join my army, I'm like, nah. We'd rather have an old man. I'd rather have an old man join my army instead of some punk YouTuber. Get the fuck out of here. That you can't embarrass my service. We'll figure out how to disqualify you. We'll disqualify you. You know why the Russians are so good soldiers? They don't even have playing games. That makes you bad at real life. Right. It's fake life here. Military police in chat. The sickest people I ever met in my life were the MPs in Afghanistan. They couldn't. The military police in Afghanistan, you know, you might eat dinner with them now and then if you end up at the same table, or they're hitting on our women because we had all the women in Afghanistan. I would always hang out with our women and sit in their conversations. always getting into other people's conversations because, well, that's the only conversation going around. You know, there's one fucking dinner table, so there's one thing you talk about. And I'm gonna be in the goddamn conversation. I don't care. I don't care. I want to hear my voice. I know people hate listening to me. I want to say something while we're eating. Okay? And then I want to be completely silent when your food's gone. And I want to observe you, see if you got enough, you know? I'm a 71 Lima. '71 Lima Fox 5. Can you say? I say that all the time in here, but I don't really say it that much. I mean, if you ask me, I'll tell you my MOS. 71 Lima. I worked as a general's secretary, but I technically never went to the general secretary school. I was an intern general secretary for when the regular general secretary wasn't there. You know, like the general secretary backup. I sit at the phone at 4th Infantry Division for ID. While the general plays golf. Yeah, I'm an administrational specialist. Okay. But they don't really have my job anymore. It's now human resources. I think our task load was so small that they just gave it to the human resource department. Either way, they still do my job. All I do is, I file vacation requests, we process awards, we roll with the first headquarters platoon. Always in a headquarters, part of headquarters, man. So, U-19 Delta ass, get your fucking. You shouldn't be anywhere near headquarters. There's a lot of quarters, like the quartermaster, he's not in headquarters. Although, I wish I was a quartermaster. They're not a bad job. Yeah, it's like ancient Chinese shipping. If you had a shipping, if you worked on a boat 100 years ago, that's the best job. Quartermaster. I did CQ. I was in charge of quarters a couple times. 24-hour quarter duty. My name alphabetically comes up very first, so every time they have to reset the roster, I get more duty than the average person. The Army will discriminate alphabetically, so the lower you are alphabetically, like a Williams, like Private Williams is coming up last. After they call everybody's name, they call the W's. And there's a lot of people wearing W in the goddamn Army. They never get their name called because they're fucking last ass called to the. I'm in the B's. They call me in the B's. Belcher, alphabetically, I've come up number 2. I'm the second most common called number. Now the draft would be like numerical, okay? If you get picked on a numerical business, that's you can't cheat the numerical system like by deliberately having a last name that is alphabetically last. Like Zelensky, like say the president of the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, he would be coming up last. He should be the last guy alive because everybody goes in before him. They send in the A's, the B's, the C's, the D's, the E's, the F's, and the G's, the H's and the I's, the J's, the K's. Send in the L, M, N, O's, and the P's. They get, and it's like commanding the right flank. Like the right flank is the most prestigious job in the army alphabetically. It's the end of the alphabet. Okay. 1, 2, 3, the right flank. It's the end. So once they start fighting, the 1s go in, the 2 goes in, and then the 3rd flank comes in, who is usually, if he decides, or he runs away, you know. They don't all go in at the same time. You look at every war reenactment ever, all the flanks go in at a separate time. There's never going to be a time in which it was like the trailer for Total War, you know, like everybody hit, they're all watching. Half the time, these Romans are just staring at Germans while other parts of the people fight, okay? And if you hold your ranks, you won't get routed, because you'll get routed if you run. But you could have 2 armies fight each other, and they could both lose an entire flank, but they won't fucking just kill each other. You know, they'll still pull off the prestigious 3rd flank commander will flee. Yeah. There's no cool Vietnam stories from my family. My grandpa was in Los Angeles writing, and you can go online and find you can find everything he complained about in the 60s. He was a shit poster just like me. He couldn't get over with the fans. So I'm barely over with the fans, but I enjoy making my show. My grandpa thought I was stupid because I watched Cincinnati. That's why I watch Kosovo, because that's why I don't even watch the Bengals anymore. Peace has come to East Pakistan. The news in India is boring. It's the off season. Kickoff is in 21 days. I believe I have $720. Just saying. I enjoy the Vietnam War. We launched the satellites in 1962. It's been 62 years of satellite surveillance. The Vietnam War is kind of not the highlight of satellite surveillance. We don't still enjoy, we complain about surveillance in the Middle East. It needs to be updated because you can't see the Hamas positions. We have such low definition defense budget, drone footage, whatever. It's hard to watch. Half the time, every time I see a tank blowing up, it's like, was the tank already abandoned? The hatch was open. Okay, well, if the hatch was open, why are they even showing me the tank blow up? I don't care. Can't you find me a tank blowing up with the hatch closed? Just get just melt the tank down and make a new one. a lot of veterans in Cincinnati, not in LA. I'm not the world's greatest physical specimen, but I got through my service, okay? Passing most of my physical tests. Typically, I could fail my run. I don't like running. I think my best is like 15 and a half minutes. I should have been an E4. Just you can think about me as the E2. I'm an E2. I mean, my current rank, I would have to be an E2 because I left it. I got out as an E. I think, well, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I was an E2 when I got out, but they probably even took that from me. It's a lot easier to get your rank up now, so they wouldn't keep anybody at E2. Especially after I came back from Afghanistan and they didn't want to promote me. You know, we could have had the field promotions just for shits and giggles. Like the one thing Afghanistan was missing was extra field promotions, just because we should have all got ranked up just for being there. So, but that's okay. Just, I mean, you know what you work for. You make next to no money for. It's not about bonus money and shit. Okay, I got bonus money too. They paid me bonus money just for being there. Okay. I went to really small, just Fort Benning, Fort Jackson, Fort Hood. That's it. No other bases. Straight to Afghanistan and back, Fort Hood, ETS. That's a three bases. But then I visit my ex-wife in Fort Lewis. I mean, I've seen Fort Lewis. The guy that ran my Pokemon tournament was a survivor of the Panama Barracks explosion. So, the Pokemon guy was a Panama Barracks survivor. Everybody. He's a well-known guy from Fort Hood during the era of early, the Iraq era. Fort Hood. Yeah. The Pokemon tournament in Texas. I did that every Friday. I played Magic tournament. I mean, it was a Magic the Gathering booster tournament. You pay like $15 just to play. I usually would get eliminated in the first round. You participate, draft. I'm not a good drafter. I got a Circle of Protection red, and I was up against a red deck in my last tournament, and they shut the shop down and I wasn't allowed to win. I should have won that game. I used to take my wife out when I was dating my wife. People don't date anymore, but I'd pick up my girl and take her to the comic book shop, and I'd stay there for like a couple hours. She didn't play. It's too hard to play Dungeons and Dragons. It's not a PvP game. Magic is PvP, right? So I play Magic. I just saw my deck. Magic. I got enough to make a deck behind me. A black deck. And it's not a bad deck. The demonic tutor, yeah. Maze of Ith, yeah. Grinning Demon. There's a 6/6 creature, Grinning Demon in the room somewhere. I only have to pay it 2 life a turn. Yeah, Grinning Demon is the last card I ever pulled. It looked like a nice card for I played with you in the gay hole back in the day. 32 is a lot better than being under 30. Because let me tell you this, the 49ers, they won. If you're over 30, you remember when the 49ers won. But if you're not over 30, you don't remember, okay? You Super Bowl 29 babies. You're more like a Super Bowl 27 baby. I'm a Super Bowl 11 baby. 11 was my first year. Macho Man Randy Savage in chat. The cream always rises to the top. We spin it for Macho Man. Macho Man. I got to be a macho man. Got to be a macho man. I gotta be a macho. Okay. I'm 18 minutes past an hour on this episode. Wow. Let's look at my statistics while you type out something. Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man talking to Mean Gene. Isn't Mean Gene's Hitler's like long lost? They keep saying that Hitler is alive, but Mean Gene is also not alive. So maybe Mean Gene is alive. Mean Gene just went to hang out with his dad. So real time statistics this episode. $893. No, almost a little higher. 1,150. We're 1.15, halfway to 2,000. That's right. Okay, correct. Cocaine, cocainium. Belchar. I'm calling you out, Wilson, the King of Prussia. Well, you have to wait, William. William, who's going to win the soccer game? Is England going to beat Spain? Is William watching? The whole world is watching on the 14th of this year, 2024. Fuck soccer balls. It's good for the kids. It's the best exercise that lazy Americans can adopt. It's easy to adopt the soccer lifestyle. It's good for the future of people who live and run around. You know. So nobody wanted to say who's gonna set the world record, Femi Oz or Wind Press. You might not realize what that even means. I love the LA Kings. When it's the LA Kings, I get all hyped up. I actually want to watch because that's my. I know. I see the fans, or I have some kind of connection to seeing the people from my city. It's personal. Soccer is personal. It represents your entire nation or your heritage. Like, it's representative of the larger people, and my team is the LA Kings. And everybody is secretly a little Kings fan. Well, everybody in hockey loves the Kings, but they're not allowed to have the fruits. You're a Nashville Predators fan. You go to the people in Nashville like going to this place. I think it's the same place they play basketball. Okay, so that we can make fun of people in Nashville because they all go to the same place. But in LA, we have more than one stadium. So, do you ever get blackouts? Do you fear blackouts if you don't sell out every seat? You can't even watch. Well, I'm sure Nashville gets blackouts. They have to give away tickets to SummerSlam in Nashville because they can't even sell seats. That's right. No economy can support the number of dates that are on the team's calendar. There's always going to be empty seats and season ticket holders that don't show up because you can buy the tickets, but it still costs money to get in and out. Bridgestone Tire Arena is what you're talking about. It must have a great location, unlike Tampa Bay, where nobody can get close to the Rose Bowl. Pasadena is similar. They have to park on the grass just to have a football game. That's why they only have 6 games a year at the Rose Bowl. Might be 10 events now. The Titans better beat these 49ers. You're not going to have the 49ers coming to town I want to watch Titans. I hope I don't really like them though. But they could impress me. I'm willing to let them impress me. They haven't shocked me. If they can goddamn football. You can't let everybody win. There's only so many wins. If they have a tie game, then I think they have brains. Show me some brains. It's a division that everybody is going to be tied all year, but is anybody even capable of tying a game? Super Bowl 34. Rams and Titans. Could be the best Super Bowl ever. Yeah. You don't have, I was looking at it just the other day. The Titans are a bunch of no names. I couldn't name one. You talking about Jennings? The biggest guy on the team is Bengals free agent Tyler Boyd, because you couldn't afford T Higgins. You got T discount. You got discount. You discount T. The T for Titan stands for Tyler Boyd. He's already played 130 games. The guy's washed. The Vikings beat the Raiders last year. Vikings have fans. I would like to see the Vikings win it before the 49ers. As long as you beat the 49ers, and they did last year, then you're a good football team. They're as good as the Chargers. You know. I was watching the 1988 Vikings Bengals Thanksgiving night game. The Vikings won, eliminated the Bengals. It was right. I've been stung by the Vikings enough. They've personally defeated me. They've more. I've watched them win. They're a shadow of oppression. The teams the Vikings have oppressed is not that many, but I've had to sit through some devastating Viking moments. That they fucked me. Will Levi. Anybody named Levi is a magic word. He has a magic last name, so I think he'll play the whole year. I think he'll be the starter next year. Wade Wilson, oh my God, it's horrible. Who wants to watch that guy throw the ball? I'd rather watch Rodney Peete. I've seen a lot of Rodney Peete games, and he was always a hyped up player. He was a good player. Rodney Peete, better quarterback than Wade Wilson. Unless Wade, got a ring on the bench. I don't know, maybe. Survived his back. Rich Gannon's back up. Russell Wilson, I think the 49ers could trade Brandon Ayuk to the Steelers for Russell Wilson. That'd be nice. The 49ers need a big move at quarterback. The Rams can throw any quarterback they want at you. If Stafford wants your ass, he'll fucking play. You know, if they think you're soft, we're gonna throw you Stetson Bennett. Let him get some reps on Arizona or some shit. When it comes to the 49ers, the Rams are gonna be talking about Jimmy. Maybe Jimmy Garoppolo's gonna go up against his former team. The 49ers, they got Josh Jacobs on the back. Oh, we got Josh Jacobs. Yeah, Josh Jacobs, 17 years in the league. Hype, major hype, guys. What is this, a diversity hire? Yeah, more like this is like some diversity hire shit. Didn't he play in the Super Bowl? He was a Bengals quarterback once. He's been inside the secret forbidden door. The doors in Paul Brown Stadium that nobody's allowed to know how to escape patch. They're gonna know where you're gonna find the owner's massage room. There's a lot of massage rooms inside of the stadium where everybody who works for the Bengals gets a weekly massage. And that's what it's all about, guys. Deshaun Watson was paying for his massage, and his people screwed him over, and they talked about putting fingers up his butt. But at Cincinnati, we have a professional person rub your butt, and we just make some finger jokes. When we point up at Cleveland, those people up there at Cleveland, they're not like us. We could never be like a Browns fan. Yo, I am not this is not a Cleveland Brown show, but Nick Chubb is definitely a better running back than Josh Jacobs. I'm sorry, but when Nick Chubb makes his move, he's just pretty. He's just more pretty. And the only thing that matters is who's the prettiest. I don't think Jonathan Taylor even looks like a running back. So he's ranked in the top 10 running backs. Saquon Barkley isn't pretty by any means. He's more like a Natron Means or the Bus. You would never actually rank the Bus in a top 10 running back leagues because he's more of a fullback. Yeah, Jerome Bettis is a fullback, right? Or featured, what you call the featured back. Now, a lot of the staff in my building has been replaced. Like my landlord at Jerome. Brr. Be right back. Brr. I think I'm gonna go. I'll gain up another. The sub went up. 14 minutes, 60 minutes. I want to thank my audience for listening this episode. I'll be back with another episode on the 14th. Definitely, we'll have the France versus England as we restart World War III, where it should have ended in English versus Spanish speaking media attention contest.